Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's the F4 division. We're here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix circuit, the penultimate round of the season, and potentially a title-winning race as well. We are finally in the scenario where it can be done. It's taken a while actually, but we are here today. I'm RSF1 Brundle, and I'm joined, like last week, he's going to bring, I'll do it properly later, but I can't do it now, the frontline speed with me, and that is RSF1 for Stoutman.
Good evening, Mr. Brundle.
There's an issue, by the way. We're not going because I've got lap. Have you got a lap 1, 2, 3?
It's a visual glitch. Reddit and visual, if you remember.
There we go.
It's all
no one's
cool,
going out.
don't worry, see. The game has a bug
Fine.
where you have to wait for a car to come out. God, bloody hell.
Right, anyway, how are you, Mr. Ben?
I could be better after my race, but let's move on from that.
Well, I'm absolutely fantastic after my race last night.
You could say you're the sandbag around. Never mind RSF1, so you are the founder of sandbagging. There's ever Red Bull come out, and it is Mr. Alco, a man in form.
Yeah, it's also one of the people that can do something to stop our current championship leader winning tonight, but we'll go into that situation very shortly. 18 people here tonight, which is fantastic. This late in the season, Ben, this late in the season, and it's across all tiers as well, how the drivers have stuck with it, because it's normally, we've been in many other leagues before where it gets to like the last couple of races, you know, title's been wrapped up, and this one hasn't been wrapped up, of course, but even with a title still up for grabs, people just don't turn up because, you know, they just wait. But it shows, doesn't it, that this racing is so very, very close in this group and in this league that they still keep on turning up, and it's great to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's the motto on RSF1 is race with commitment. I guess these guys have tried to do that as best they can over the season. I do believe we have a title fight to be decided for this division, Michael.
Yes, yeah, I will get to that.
Oh, I was going
We
to
have plenty of time.
That.
We have plenty of time. I thought you just said we got plenty of time. Not doing it yet.
Blazer now goes your first two.
Cool. So, the benefit of obviously of this track, Abu Dhabi, is we're starting in the kind of a sunset kind of situation here, and it will gradually turn to night as we go through to Q2 and then into Q3. The floodlights will be fully on this track for these drivers, and already this track has provided some good racing this week then, hasn't it? We've had F2 on Sunday and F1 yesterday. I know F1 was a bit chaotic, but there was still some good battles there, and this track does. It's very technical, but you've got plenty of overtaking opportunities across the whole of the track, so yes, I think we're in for a little bit of a treat here. And of course, as we say, we do have a title to decide, so it could be a good night.
Yes, let's hope, as the Red Bulls are towing each other. Nice to see. Blazer just a bit ahead on Alco at the moment. Always he loses the back end. Let's see what his middle sector is. 58.0 compared to Alco's 57.7. So he's got 3 full temps on him at the moment. Come on, Williams.
Just
a
wait.
Great car.
Yeah, we'll just wait for these first few times to come in. Those are obviously unfamiliar. We are eliminating 3 in this session, 16th, 17th and 18th. So we'll see who those 3 will be. But as many people have actually shown, even if you get eliminated in Q1 or Q2 early, it's no guarantee you're going to stay there, because this is a track where you can do multiple strategies, and fresh tyres can mix up with those that have been in the top 10.
Yeah, this track does provide 2 or 3 strategy decisions as Primus is about to start his lap in the Red Bull. Looks like he's going to probably get a tow from his teammate, returning the favour. Let's see how he gets on. 17.3 for sector, that's fairly decent. Let's see how he goes through it. Going to hook up the apex around here for the exit. 36 flaps for Quake, Jesus already. Look at the toe. This is your chance, Michael, to...
No, I'm not doing it yet. Plenty of time to do it.
Come on!
I'm not doing it yet. I'm not doing it yet.
To be fair, Alco almost went into the back of Primus then. That was close.
Yeah. Right, let's get on board with him actually. We've stalled it long enough. This is the person that can win the championship tonight. His name used to be Tigosaurus. I'm still going to call him Tidge. He's called Full Send now. I call him Tigosaurus. You know, the name has been stuck throughout the whole season. Just because he's changed it now, it's not yet. We can call him Full Send next season. That's the deal. But Tigosaurus, he can win the championship tonight, despite the most horrid of luck over the last 3-4 races. He comes into this with a simple situation: win the race, no matter what anybody else that can win the title or can stop him in these last 2 races. Win the race tonight, it's done. Simple. No matter if any of his championship rivals finish second, that's it. That's him done. Considering he's still with the most wins this season, can be done. But as I said, he's had some real trouble these last 3 races, so pressure on him, especially last week. We had a rough race, but somehow finished 5th. And that showed everything. The more complicated scenario is if he doesn't win, because he can't win the title if he doesn't win tonight. He needs to outscore Alco by 4. He needs to outscore McCracken by 15. What was it? Yeah, outscore McCracken by 15 and outscore Primus by 26. So, was it the other way around?
So prepared.
Give me a moment on that. Basically, give me a moment on that. I tried to figure this out earlier. Now it doesn't sound right.
What Full Send can do. Come around the final corner. This looks quick. Could he dip it into the 435s? 36 flat puts him 3rd, just behind Quaker and Alco. Not bad. Not bad. Overcome Orphan. Back to top, Fussy.
No, still going.
Still going. Oh, I couldn't tell then.
Oh, back in though.
Let's see what his teammate. Oh, they're all going very slow back straight here. McCracken's just under 36.1. Pips Blazer to 4th. I'm waiting for the likes of Junior and Timmer to have a go. Speaking of them, Timmer's out on an outlap in the banana cart, which is the rare.
I've got some really... Oh yeah, there he goes. Right, I've sorted out. Okay, he needs to outscore... Yeah, he needs to outscore Alco by 4. McCracken needs to outscore Tigosaurus by 15, and Primus needs to do the same by 26. There you go, that's better.
Right, okay. So we've got Timmer on an outlap, and then Alonso shortly behind him on an outlap on the back straight.
Basically, I know the situation as it's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at explaining things when it's all written down, trying to explain it to everybody else. Basically, so...
You could just say the table at the moment, people might understand it a bit better.
There we go. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that then, fine. So, Tigosaurus, Full Send, has a 23-point lead over Alco Saints. Hence why I'm trying to figure it out, it's because his a possibility of 52 available if you count 2 wins and 2 fastest laps. But he is 23 points ahead of Alco Saints. Tigosaurus on 215, Alco Saints 192. McCracken is on 183. Primus is on 174 and Raikkonen is on 170. Easiest thing to work out then, really, is Primus and Raikkonen. They need to win this race. Nothing less will do.
Well, as I say,
They're
it's
still
quite recently. I hope. Oh, is that in the pits? I think it is. Still not
That's the
going.
bit, yeah.
For the sake of the title fight going down to Monaco, I thought we'd be saying that. I hope Full Send has an okay/bad race in the fact of I'm hoping the other contenders can really close the gap and we can have an actual proper dogfight to the showdown in Monaco. Let's see how it pans out. Timmer is on the back straight, the second part of the back straight, should I say. You keep an eye on Alonso, he's shortly following him. Nicely through there.
There is another title up for grabs as well, and that is the Constructors, and that is easily explainable. But basically, Alpha need to have a combined points total of 13 more than Red Bull.
Okay.
And obviously, we will say, whether that is going to be done coming into the laps. Either way, drivers or constructors, do not worry. Even though you may sound confusing at this point, we will say whether the people are currently in a title-winning situation. Alonso begins his next lap. Junior hasn't set a lap yet, and this will be an interesting thing for Junior because he missed qualifying in Brazil last week. Was in a Mercedes actually last week, if I remember, at the back of the grid. Yep. Had a decent recovery, but lost it. I think about 5 laps to go when he was on for a solid. I think it was 6th at the time. Still got 10th place, which from 17th is not bad at all, but it could have been better. But yeah, so he's looking to get a qualifying performance, and obviously you've had several stories over the last 3 to 4 races, one of which being Full Send or Tigosaurus not having the luck, being in situations where he could have wrapped the title actually earlier than tonight. But the other story is Junior's qualifying compared to his race. I'm still in firm belief if he can sort qualifying out, either tonight or next week, he can win the race. If he qualifies in the front, he has the pace to win the race. But he seems to, ever since Russia, I think, where he was on for pole and corner cut in the last corner, seems to, he then has to pull out a really strong race performance to get, on the podium several times. So, see how this qualifying goes.
He is on a lap at the moment. Primus gets out of the way. So it goes for 17-4, couple attempts down to Quaker Oaks at the moment.
Yeah, just needs to do enough to go through at this point. No, it doesn't need to do anything too major. Have you got any viewers? I know you're watching the stream, Ben, but have you got any viewers up on now? Because mine is 0. Mine is 0. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't know what's up with your internet. What it says, how are you all? I've said evening, Bobby, how are you?
I'll just run down the rest of the championship table, then we've got time here. So, yeah, got up to Raikkonen on 170. Timmer is in 6th place on 129. With Junior 104, so there's an interesting battle there going on for 6th. Behind them is Quaker Oats, who can still get 6th. He's on 96 points. Then a bit of a gap to Blazer Guns on 67 as Junior puts himself safely through in a Q2. So let's calmly bring it into the pits, Junior, and we can move on. Blazer Guns on 67, and then Alonso on 60. Dude Eagle is 11th on 55, with Bennett on 46, Timonique on 42, Rebster 33, Scotsman 28, Tom Eco 25, Orphan 21, Flaming 18, and Steve, who is also now known as Button, on 15 points. So, one thing is for certain, if the title is wrapped up tonight, Ben, we'll have a really Titanic battle for second, and a Titanic battle of who's going to be in the top 10 as well. So even if it does get done, Monaco will still be all to play for those placings.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, all to play for. I'm sure the drivers will be trying to find the little finer details and edges in the setups, practice, etc. Let's see who brings their A game. Don't do what I did, basically.
I'll tell you actually who needs to bring his A game with 2 minutes 40 to go is Alonso. He's in 16th at the moment on a 38-1. And I know time trial isn't the be-all and end-all of times, but in time trial at least, he's done very good times. So, a little bit of pressure for the Ferrari driver. Does not want to be eliminated in the first session. He rarely does,
see what he can do. I know he can hit mid-35s at the end of the quali, so let's see what he can do now.
Goes for the fast first sector there, just about keeps the car middle of the road, down into the chicane.
17-1, that's fast.
Yeah, 17. That first sector though is it's the middle sector, isn't it? It's the middle and especially the last sector that is going to make or break your lap. He's got to nail it through. I'm watching as well his ERS because throughout this season he hasn't really managed the ERS throughout the whole qualifying lap. It's like keeps it in hot lap and then that's it. He's not changing it this lap, but it works for him.
He's obviously using the front line speed.
Or he's a second up, so
I was going to say it just needs to not invalidate. I think you can get a high 36 with this one.
Put him safely through that. We'll put Timonique in danger, and then also Alonso's rival, Rebster. Revving in that engine there as he turns into under the hotel. Obviously the unique part of this track. Into the final two corners, got to swing the car in. Yeah, this should be fine. He's run out of VRS already.
This is going to be good, you know. Hello.
36-2.
Well, he thrives under pressure. Oh, Junior's just.
Oh, and then he gets beaten by Junior. Oh! No! He's lost it!
Wait, what? Wait, what?
He's crashed it at the end of the. He's crashed it at the end of the
Wait,
the end of
what?
the straight. I don't know what happened.
Hey?
Yeah. He's out. And I think Rebster's crashed it at a different area as well.
I saw him on the curb. He tried to turn but didn't brake. He accelerated.
Yeah.
What?
This is headlong into the wall. Timonique, meantime, has put himself into 12th. Safely through into the session, actually right at the death there. So, yeah, but did Rebster crash as well? I think Rebster crashed as well.
Did he?
Or did he just retire?
It was 37.5 that we put in. No, he didn't retire.
Oh, so he
must
have crashed it then.
Not finish. Yeah, did not finish. Well, the two rivals have both bottled it.
There you go. Well, I noticed Junior went ahead of Alonso just as Alonso finishes the lap. Must have seen it and must be thinking himself what happened as well, because That was a weird one. It's like it didn't turn.
Yeah.
Just a button malfunction or something.
Cross the line, Junior. Oh no. Gotta wait another 2 minutes now.
Kind of piss. Alright. Well. That was interesting session, but eliminated from Q1 is going to be Overcom Orphan, who will start 18th, Button will start 17th, Rebster 16th, and Alonso, after setting a really competitive lap time, will unfortunately start 15th.
Yeah.
And the top three, Mr. Button, Verstappen, sorry.
Mr. Button. Do you want to
Wow.
rephrase that? Thank you very much. Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Well, the Verstappen will be saying in third was Full Send, Alco in second, and Quaker tops the session in the Hares. God.
Very close to the top as well there. Got 2 temps covering the top 5. The usual protagonists there, so they've at least got past that hurdle.
Saying that though, Primus and Raikkonen are both down in 9th and 11th at the moment for that session.
Do you want to have Alonso in the party? Maybe ask him what happened?
This will be interesting.
I mean, it's up to you.
I will invite him.
Okay. See what he has to say. But, one thing's for certain, though, he does have the pace. So, that won't be the end of the thing. Alonso.
Yes.
Or, Homo. Obviously include your audio. What happened there? Because you set a very good time of 36.2, which put you originally 5th. But then it looked like you didn't turn or something, or brake. Was anything wrong, or just?
I got a 36.2, and I thought that I didn't know how much time I had left, so I thought when I crossed the line that the game had said, qualifying's over, but it had 2 seconds or 10 seconds to go. So the car went over the line, and by the time I realised what had happened, I slammed on the brakes, it was too late, so...
Oh my god.
Yeah, never mind.
That's
That was an awesome lap, though. I was quite impressed with that lap, though.
It's very good.
It was, yeah. And what it does show is that you do have the pace around here, it seems. So, obviously, it's not the end.
No, it's not the end of the
the,
world, because
No.
I've got it's changed my strategy, but it's given me basically loads of sets of tyres that I can play about with, so it's good.
Use the hards.
Yep. Don't use the hards.
I'm the king of the hard tyres. You saw me around with yours, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the back. He's got nothing to lose. Go for it.
Yeah, you got fresh tyres, so.
Yeah, well
Anyway, good to speak to you, Alonso. Have a good race.
Thank you.
May the frontline speed be with you.
Thanks, Yoda.
Laser guns on
With
the
that-
left, and then Primus both on the hard tyres.
With that touching moment, let me just open a window so I can vomit out of it. Jesus. Right, right, here we go. Q2 now, and we were talking about strategy with Alonso. There's a bit of a shake-up here with the thing as Blazer Gun completely steps out the back end on his hard tyres. And he seems to always do this in Q2. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work horribly though, because I've seen him crash it when he's been on these tyres because he's over pushed the mark on them. Primus is also on them as well. We've also got flaming on the softs. We've got Timothy conditioning on the softs. Wait till he comes out, and the rest are on mediums. In terms of strategy, I personally think the 2-stop, which I did yesterday, medium, soft, with fresh softs at the end, was a very good strategy. Would you necessarily agree?
Well, we saw the proof of it. Lando did it. Legend went for the 1-stop, and Lando won at the end. So, if you perfect the medium soft, and get the most out of it, you will catch whoever was on the one stop ahead of you near the end, 4 or 5 laps to go. So it'll be interesting with the split strategies. Well, he's at 39.0. What does Primus do? Can you get in 38s?
Yeah. I mean, it's good pace on the hard tyres, but I don't think it's going to be safe. Anything with it. But it's a good banker lap, I guess. Yeah, if you want to cut to the next lap, then it's fine. 36.4, that's more like it. Medium tyres.
On the mediums as well.
Yeah. What was the quickest time in Q1? Was it 36? Yeah. It's about 7 tenths gap, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 35.7, but we have 6 on source for Junior, so he's up the pace a bit.
Taking it to another level? No? Taking it to another gear. There we go, that's better. That was better. Why didn't I say that? Eagle 37.7 on the mediums. Might have to go a little bit better. I think cutoff point's going to be a mid 37.
To be honest, I think Junior is that safe, he should just retire, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's just belting lap for this division.
Yeah, belting that in general, actually. I think Flaming did this in Brazil last week, didn't he? He was on soft tyres in that session. And he's, actually, I know what he's doing.
He'll be on his Q1 softs. That's what me and
I know what he's doing.
Tried to do.
Yeah, he's giving Raikkonen a tow.
Yeah, and then what me and Dyslexic did, once I was on my Q1 softs, he put his Q1 softs on.
But it's not working because... No, it's not working because Raikkonen wasn't even using his DRS. I don't think...
That's why it's probably towing.
I don't know what's going on.
McLaren's are messing this up a bit.
Full send, there he is.
Who's just done that?
21 is a good banker lap.
That's a fantastic place to win the title. Keep it going.
Ooh. Pull on the curb and the exit turn 1. That back end of his car looks very loose. Running a low aero, possibly. He goes into
speed.
Here we go, second gear to the hairpin.
Views at the moment. Thanks for joining.
Still says 0 for me. Whoa, 36.4 from Quaker. The Harspers are on it tonight.
No,
they qualified. Yeah, sorry. They qualified 16th and 17th last week. Obviously, Junior didn't take part in qualifying.
Yeah, I remember Junior being picked in a Mercedes. I'm not sure what happened with Quaker. It's Primus. Not Primus, who just done that?
Domiko. On to 4th and a 38.8 though on the medium tyres.
He's got another
speed a lot quicker than that.
2 seconds at least.
Yeah.
Full send. Coming around the final couple of corners.
Flaming soft tyres have not worked. He's gone back into the pits for mediums. Leaves only Timonique. Here comes full send. 36.6.
That's enough. That's fine. Right. Who's going to be the first one to do a lap? Scotsman, maybe? Then McCracken.
Oh, Junior. 36.1.
You're teasing.
Going too fast, Junior.
He's finding his F2 form again. Slowly, gradually.
Right. So here's my problem with that. He's now done 3 laps on those tyres.
Well, 2 if you actually count.
Okay, yeah, 2. Yeah. But he's done 2 laps on those when he didn't need to. He's done an extra lap, and that extra lap he could have used for the race.
He could be going 2 star. Hence why.
Yeah, I'm not turning down the lap, obviously, but
disrespecting the hairs.
I'm not turning down the lap, of course, but strategy-wise, maybe you wouldn't have done that lap, because you would have been safely through on a 36.4.
Just because you're in F1 now doesn't mean that you've got big bollocks. I mean, we're cracking almost impeded Scotsman's lap. He literally weeds his way to Monaco there on the back straight.
We're nowhere near Monaco in this part of the world. Been impressive.
The game doesn't know that.
Yeah. Oh. Triple chicane. There's a lot of corners on this track that you can invalidate. It's not as bad as some, I feel. I know it's weird saying that, but there are corners, especially under the hotel. That corner there. The two last corners are absolutely horrible, especially this penultimate one here. If you run an inch wide on full throttle, then it's going well. But here comes McCracken. This looks pretty good, actually. 36.3. Splits the halves, gets ahead of his teammate. Alco, meantime, goes 5th on a 36.8.
Timmer, next medium. No. Flaming is on a lap at the moment in the McLaren.
Primus in a little bit of danger because he's now 11th, but he is now on much more faster medium tyres. Needs to get inside the top 5, I would feel. Well, get safely through, 17.4 first sector though, that's a couple of tenths down though, isn't it? 17.1.
Yeah,
fastest.
17.1 was the best.
Right, in here as well there. Quake is safe. Tiring. As is Junior.
You're on the edge here. This could be alright, you know.
6s, 36.9.
Yeah.
Joins the exclusive 36 club.
Primus,
Right,
couple times down on that lap from Flaming in the middle sector. Riker just ahead on the lap. The two challengers trying to hunt down full sends. Okay, Digisaurus.
Yeah. I mean, obviously for their task to win the race, they need to qualify near the front. Raikkonen though, 36.9, is just behind his teammate. See, there's the other problem that these guys have, and that's Raikkonen and Primus, and even Tidge, if he wants to win the race to wrap it up entirely, is
Primus
you've got
bottled.
the likes.
Oh, carry on. That was close.
Yeah. The issue they have is they've got the likes of Quaker, Junior, and Flaming that could all very, very doable win this race. And get involved in the championship because they want to win in their own game.
Primus is a bit under pressure here because he validated second to last corner. We've got Williams trying to tow each other here. There's a Red Bull on the way. Here we go. This is your chance, Michael. Come on. Two Williams.
Amico, frontline the speed! There we go.
Had to be the two pace cars as well.
Is that good enough for you?
Yeah, that was give me a good 7 out of 10. Better performance from Brazil. That was a 3, if you're lucky. The 58.3, that matches Flaming's middle sector. So he might pick into the just get away with that. He's on the limits. To 11
Off
views
for
now.
retired.
Yeah.
Oh, Eco.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Back
turned in
end
far
wanted
too
to go.
early for that corner.
The back end wanted to disappear to the marina there. This will be a 37 flat. No. It's
37.4 actually. There's
Right,
9.
here we go. The man under pressure. Could this decide the title hunt for him? in Q2. We shall see.
Oh,
Bit of a lift.
to turn out
He's
of
not
that corner.
confident. He's got traffic ahead, 17.4. That's an average first sector. He might be gifted with a double toe here. Double front line speed. That's impossible. He's getting a toe. Go on, be nice to him. No,
Against the Beagle though.
Sort of.
Got to
Blaze is
be.
on the lap right behind him as well.
He's got to get into the 36s really.
You know he can do
Problem
it.
is he's done several laps on his tyres. He's not going to get the initial bite from them.
It's really he's going to have to win.
Yeah, it's not a lap.
Or
Isn't
is it
really.
Tom trying to go around again, but he needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, Primus is on a lap behind, and this would be putting me off anyway.
I'd be screaming
Tommy.
already.
Yeah, Tom Eco's trying to get to the line though.
I mean,
Primus
he's just
just
about
about.
to understand this is naughty from Tom.
This is a lot of dead air that Primus has got. The Tom Eco's just. I think Tom Eco's just gonna make it, but he's practically
Well, he has
worked
to make it
Primus's
like
lap.
2,
Primus.
1. No. Just by half a second.
Primus is out. Blazer goes third.
Yeah, and that dirty air's cross Primus. Naughty from Tom, that is. As he goes off, and he's into the wall! He's got off! Jesus!
Oh, dear.
He's on the bloody road here then, up and down, up and down. Blazer went third, Jesus. Yeah, Tom has cost Primus top 10 it looks like.
That's a debatable one, isn't it though? Because he is
Yeah,
trying
Primus in
to
the
get
chat's
to the
not happy.
line. Yeah.
Tom wouldn't let me go by last time. Yeah, we know Primus, it was very silly from him. Rookie error. But I guess 11th could be the best position to start. You can go on fresh tyres. So keep it together, keep your nose clean. 11th, you can easily, with that fresh rubber, gain some positions.
Well, so two things from that. In that session, everybody in the top 10 will be starting on mediums, and Tim and Ike has made what I think is a very rare appearance into the top 10 from that. Primus's unfortunate loss, with obviously we saw what happened, is Tim and Ike's gain.
He lost 2.5
Place for the Toro side.
Which would have put him 9th possibly.
Would have put him through, yeah. By margins. Intriguing so far. Intriguing. Like most weeks, at this point, I can't tell where it's going to go. I can't say at this point whether Tidge or Full Send can possibly do it tonight or not.
I mean, after Brazil's events, anything can happen.
Take a normal race after all that. He'll take a normal drive to 5th with nothing happening. But he won't be like that. That's the thing. He will want to go for the win. He will want to end it in style. So
Blazer's just, without taking this out of context, ramming Primus up the arse here.
yeah,
Lit-
there's
quite
quite a few
literally.
cars because there you go. There's Tom. As
I've just seen the
Tired?
Reynolds as well on the stream.
yeah, Renault's bumping into the back of the Red Bull there.
Just
So
before we
eliminated.
carry on, Michael, sorry to interrupt. Primus says you're doing interviews for the Q2 drivers, or do we just do that for Q1? I mean, it's up to you. 'Cause you're the-
Yeah, we can do. Just trying to think which one.
well, I know who.
Go on then. You pick. You pick and you invite them, and I'll see who it is. Eliminated from Q2 is Primus Gaming, Tom Eco, RSF1 Eagle, and Timmer. Top 3 in that session was Junior, McCracken, and Quaker. Go on in, Ben. It's all yours.
Right, Primus, have you ticked the box?
Yes, I have. Let me double check. Yes.
Obviously, you're going to be frustrated by that. That's part of league racing, I guess. I could see Tom was trying to rush to the line to get a lap, and he ended up doing some rodeo stunts, going through the first sector on the curbs. Your thoughts really on Q1 and Q2 as general?
Well, going to Q1, I knew my pace compared to Alco, full send, previous stage, McCracken. I know my pace compared to them in qualifying as per my season. Qualifying's never been my strong suit, it's normally been my race pace that I try and make up for. Q1 it's okay, tried my best, so just did my best to try and help my teammate by giving him like as much tow as I could. Sort of like we prioritised me in Monaco, and then now I'm prioritising Alco in Abu Dhabi because it's quite a important time for him. Going into Q2, I wanted to try and maybe risk it going onto the hard compound tyres, but I just couldn't find any real consistent time on the hards. I think they're going to be more or less a perfect for the race, but in terms of trying to set times on, not a very good tyre. So I went to plan B, slapped on the mediums, validated the time, so I had to go back round, and I had Eagle, Alco that let me go by, but I was stuck behind Tom, and Tom was generally on the warm-up lap by the looks of it anyways, so it's sort of like he just gave me dirty and then he started, and he had a wobble at the end of the second straight, and I was just like, right, this is where he's going to let me go by, and he didn't, and I'm just like, I'm still getting dirty air off of him, and that wobble caused me to have to back off a little bit, and lost 2.5 tenths going through that last bit of the third sector, and that's, to be honest, that's why I'm starting 11th. It is very frustrating because I've been away for a while, and I was looking forward to like getting down to brass tactics. I was actually going to make it through if it wasn't for being stuck behind Tom, but you know, it's something I'm just going to have to, you know, have a look at. But anyways, that's just how it goes, you know, league racing.
Well, I'll say you are starting 11th. I mean, that is in league racing probably the best position to start, really. Especially with a full grid or nearish full grid. Fresh tyres, you never know what can happen.
I'm looking forward to trying my best for the race. I'm hoping to get into the top 6. My chances of winning the championship are completely gone, but I'm hoping to try and at least beat McCracken, get the third.
Yeah, well, never give up on the title
am I lagging?
or podium.
Or am I fine?
You're fine.
It seemed fine to me.
All good.
Oh, sorry, I was spectating Raikkonen, and then the screen jittered. I was like, oh god, that's not me, is it? Because I noticed sometimes my screen jitters when I'm streaming. Yeah, but anyways, I'm feeling really good about this season, though. You know how it's been. I've met my quota, but I'm hoping 2 more races to go. I want to try and at least get 1 more podium. Hell, maybe even a race win. But if I had to prioritise anything, it'd have to be Arca for this race because he needs this. He needs to be ahead of Tidge.
Yes. Let's hope we can have a title fight decided.
And you've
never thought it'd say
and you've still got the fight between Alpha as well.
Yeah, actually, that's the one thing I'm gunning for. We need these points, so if we can at least be ahead of one of the Alphas in the race, that would seriously benefit the constructors. So maybe out of the drivers' fight, but I'm gunning for that constructors.
Yeah, if Alpha outscore you by 13, then it's over. So it's very much still there for you to do.
Yeah, but that's my thought process.
Right,
anything else for me? You want to pick my brain? No, that's fine.
That's alright, thank you very much.
I might speak to you at the end, depending if I don't bottle it again.
I will see you at the end.
I'll bottle
I'm
it.
expecting a Red Bull on there. Just don't put pressure on yourself.
Unnecessary.
Use
Alright.
the frontline speed force is with you.
Thank you, Darth Verstappen. Or Verstappen Skywalker, or whatever.
Oh, that's my new name, Darth Verstappen. Yes, thank you.
See you, lads.
So, have a good race. Well,
Meantime,
round-
while that has been
round one,
going,
has to fly.
Raikkonen's binned it. Raikkonen's out,
Oh,
and he's already 8th as Scotsman goes up to 4th in that racing point. But Raikkonen is out. I briefly saw his car, but I can't see where it is now. Between Sector 1 and Sector 2. Yeah, Raikkonen's out. But yeah, as you say, Haas 1-2 as it stands. Full send into 3rd. And Alco in 5th at the moment with Blazer Guns not that far off either. So, yeah, interesting thoughts there from Verstappen. Definitely seems a little bit disappointed about that, Ben, but as we've all seen before, it definitely does not mean that it's over for him.
did you just say interesting thoughts from Verstappen there?
Oh, for God's sake, what is me and mixing names? Yes, I know.
I'm Button, and now Primus is Verstappen. Come on, wake up.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a title
Yeah.
fight coming on.
Right,
Here
here
comes
comes
Flaming.
Flaming.
Frontline speed!
26-2.
Wow, pressure on Raikkonen.
Yeah, so both Primus and Raikkonen, both of which who need to win this race. Raikkonen's going to end up, well, yeah, he's going to be 10 because Tim and Knight just needs to set a lap. Raikkonen will be 10th and Primus 11th.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Will we see the
Driver
Haas
of the day
drivers?
performance ahead.
Well, yeah, that's the target, I guess.
Yeah.
The Haas, if it stays like that for the top 3, the Haas ain't going to make it easy for the championship leader in 3rd to come through, so need to keep that in mind for the race start.
But the point, but the thing to point out is that, as I pointed out at the start, Full Send does not need to win. Win pretty much will seal it no matter what anybody else does. That can be wrong. And even if he doesn't win, these positions would actually seal him the title if that's how they finish.
But I think he'd like to
Guaranteed.
solidify the win, just to confirm it.
Yeah. And that's the thing as well. There's a I can guarantee. I'm making this up now. It's going to be a boring race. I'm going to guarantee that these positions right now aren't going to be staying as they are.
No, they won't be.
Especially not in a race. No. Right, Junior is out early for the second go at this.
Tonight, so he's obviously got a lot of fuel in his car. Yeah, he wants to obviously
For
have
me.
a run at the end in case he messes the first lap up.
I was thinking maybe with Timmonite, maybe he's only got one set of fresh tyres left. That was his banker lap on a used set.
Possibly. Primus' prediction for top 3. Quaker, Junior, Alco.
Okay.
It's a bit late to call an Alco. It's kind of already. Oh, hey up, Junior. Where you go, mate?
What is he doing?
He's finding more tense in him. Imagine it was
Yeah,
that
interesting.
wide. The curve is all the way to the right. I'm gonna
Imagine if you were able to take that line.
Yeah,
Imagine if you're able to take that line and not being invalid.
The dive bombs in the race would be ridiculous.
I'm going for Scotsman for pole.
Okay.
Get his first pole position. Let's take a lap of this Abu Dhabi circuit now with the floodlights completely on board with RSF1 Junior. He comes into the final turn. 90-degree right hand. We've got 21 corners to get through, so here we go. First left hand at the end of the straight. Take a wide line into the curve. Do not run wide, because that will upset the car. Turn 2 and 3 of flat. Albert Junior's lost it.
Good save. Good save. I bet he's on a wheel, so it's easy to save. Well done, Junior.
Oh,
Pole position for Junior for the save of the day. Yeah? I tried.
right, so who's going to be next then? Because maybe it's the pressure of me watching him. Scotsman, I think, is the next one.
Your pole position prediction.
There we go. No pressure, and I'm doing a hot lap. Yeah, flying Scotsman.
Right, take 2, Michael.
Right, let's go. Right, so building the lap up. It's still weaving your tyres into the penultimate corner, but why not? Let's still do this into the last corner. So gets a decent enough exit, uses the hot lap mode, goes straight to the right-hand side this time. It's a different line than what Junior was taking. Into the first corner. This is where Junior lost it last time, but this is how you go through it. So flat through the first left and right, keeping well away from the curve on the exit there. And then down into this first chicane, the first of multiple chicanes at this track. And then you're straight into the hairpins. You can't really accelerate that much before you're braking again down into second gear. And then using the frontline speed of the Racing Point down the straight. As he's not putting an overtake. Well, he's not putting an overtake.
Alco, he's on charge behind.
Yeah. But into this next chicane, you've got to be very careful of the exit because there's a massive bump. It's a very awkward bump as you go over. And then into this second DRS zone, which is very unique about this track because you'll be overtaken on the first DRS but then retaliate with this one. And you're going to take a wide line for the very tricky triple chicane here. Left, right, and then the left. Track limits are very strict around here, but he's now very nicely into this next left-hander, slightly wide. And now into the very technical, very tricky hotel section, triple right-hander, then a very tight apex and under the hotel. Which obviously changes the lights, obviously, in the darkness. And in these final two corners, got to swing the car in. Keeping it very nice. It's a very good lap so far from the Flying Scotsman. Is it going to take pole? No.
No, he lost it. Alco is flying behind. Can he get pole position? He invalidated it. We've got it a millisecond ahead of Junior. Oh my god. Blazer wants his full temps up. We can find even more time. See what he can do. In the flying. Oh, that's a cut and a half. Oh!
That's a cut and a half.
He lost to
I think he
drift
just.
he's on the wrong game for
Yeah, I think he
drifting,
threw. I think he threw the car out in anger there. But he's got enough time to actually go again if he wants to.
Yeah, 35.6 as well, and he went way wide, so he can easily challenge for pole.
I think McCracken's going to be next. Yeah, McCracken's going to be next. There's a big lap from McCracken. This is another guy that needs to beat Full Send, his teammate. He's got to find a bit of time to get near to the front, but this looks very good.
This
is
is
going to be
good.
the
This is
35.
good.
It's actually pretty strong. It does. Second. He somehow splits the Haas drivers who weren't even separated by much at all.
Full Send is up on his time, I think. Who's next?
Temps, he's up on his time.
Alco's 2 temps down. Yeah, it's Full Send, then Alco, then Blazer, and that's it. Scotsman's done. What can Alco do? Oh, he's crashed!
Oh, Elka, no! Where was that? Is that going to put off? Oh, straight. That's a huge
He's done what
accident.
Peppermeat did. Oh, in another league for this same corner, same incident. Coming around the final
This is going to go. This is going to go pole.
He
He does. By 3 tenths.
That's what champions are made of. What can Blazer do? Oh, understeer City. Don't get on the curb.
Oh, touch the wall.
Takes the polystyrene board out.
The Brendan Lee line, or the esports line.
No, the Sinitzer line as he crosses the line.
No.
Well, it's Alpha Haas. Who would have thought that?
And that is a huge statement from Full Send. Just seen one of his title rivals bit it into the wall of Alco Saints. Remember, he needs to beat by 4 points. To that's one of his sort of targets. Just seen him bin it in the wall, and he's just beaten everyone, including the 2 very quick Haas drivers tonight, by 3 temps. Which, considering a close field, very big statement. He has done part 1 of it here, but he's got a very hungry set of drivers behind him there, with Quaker Oats alongside him. McCracken 3rd with Junior 4th, Scotsman 5th with Valco 6th, Blazer Gun 7th, then the 2 McLarens of Flaming and Raikkonen, and Tim and Ike rounds up the top 10.
We're up to 15 viewers now. You come at a good
Say
time.
0 for me.
I'll refresh it. Oh, 40 now, so you're one of the viewers that have cleared off.
I haven't even stopped. Because if I'd stopped, the stream would stop.
Oh, you mean on your thing at the bottom?
On my stream count,
plays
yeah.
up. Twitch plays up whoever's streaming sometimes.
Stupid update. Well, here we go. At a very, very overcast,
Oh! Primus,
Abu
before we
Dhabi.
start, I know you're in the chat. Is there any rain? Because I did a rain practice and it looked a little bit like this before it started
yeah,
chucking it down.
it's very overcast, doesn't it?
There's got to be some form of rain. Surely. That would spice things up. I mean, to be fair, if Rebs said if
It will
Raikkonen
completely throw it.
has given some bad luck to rain coming on this track, then he's going to kill him. So, for his sake, let's hope it's not.
As you say though, rain would completely throw it on its head.
Yeah, so let's have a look. Primus is on the hards. That's interesting. He'll have 3 people on the softs hunting right behind him. Rebs, the back 3 are hovering over the softs. Tomo mediums, then you've got Timmer, Evil, Tom on the softs, Primus on the hard, and then the top 10 on the tyres they use for Q2.
Yeah, as you say, the problem with Primus starting on the hard tyres is he's not going to get the purchase off the line. So those, especially behind on the softs, are going to put him under big pressure going into turn 1.
He's just playing a long game, it seems.
So if you were Tigosaurus or Full Send, you're in this situation. You know, winning this race is going to win you the title no matter what anybody else does, fastest laps and all. And you're sat on pole at an advantage of 3/10. Would you go for it? Would you, if, for example, if Quaker Oats went for a dive into turn 1, would you either let him have it or would you defend it?
Well, he has to give space, I guess, but he can't afford to concede ground for the Dash drivers, because they will just block him. Well, I say block, trying to defend as hard as possible. Tomo says he's going for a 1-stop. Good luck.
Good luck with that. That's going to be
No
mediums to
rain.
hards then if he's starting on him.
No rain.
Definitely overcast though.
I mean, this can help the guys who use no assists with the tyre temps overheating. Oh, there we go. Eagles changed to mediums, so is Timmer. Tomo's gone to hard. Rebs is on the softs. Buttons on the mediums. So Primus and Alonso are the ones to look out for.
Okay.
Overcast full race.
Yeah,
I'm ready
so
to watch this amazing race.
the tyres maybe will last longer than they would normally with an overcast.
Through practice,
It hold
another
at
3 laps
hold
at
at track
least.
temperature.
Yeah, at least another 3.
Right, so that might change people's strategy. I still think the 2-stop is the way to go. Especially with how technical this track is. There's a lot of Mickey Mouse like 90-degree corners that you need like fresh tyres to use.
Okay, so
Franklin,
everyone,
readied up.
Rebs is on the softs, everyone else is on the mediums apart from Primus and Alonso. There is the final changes. I wouldn't be surprised if Alonso and Primus get top 6 in this race, the way the previous races in this league.
They gotta stay clean on the first lap though, that's the only thing. Starting that back.
Do your version of the formation.
I'm not doing Elements version. I'm not doing Elements version. I was gonna leave you to do it, but okay if you want me to. Either way, if you let me do it, I'm not copying what Element did.
No, I don't want
No,
you to.
that's Element's thing.
That's why I listened to David.
Olsen, what are you doing? That's one way to warm up your tyres.
Oh,
You
God,
just went
that's
sideways, turn 1 and 2. Anyway,
Okay.
off you go.
Right, starting from back to front, sideways, right to left, whatever you want to call it. In last we have Overcome Orphan. Let's see if he can finally have some good luck at this league. We have Button in 17th, Rebster on the softs, interestingly, in 16th. We have the Kent man himself, Mr. Alonso, frontline speed. I want from you tonight, please. Timmer in the Renault, 14th. Oh wait, up, polystyrene's all over the place. Eagle is 13th, just ahead of his teammate. We have Tom in 12th. What the, I just see bloody snake lines on the back straight. What the hell's going on here? Tom
Look at that.
12th in the Williams. Oh wait, up. It's bloody they're playing football with it here.
Stop hitting the polystyrene!
What is going on here?
Right, where you at? Keep going.
Primus is in the Red Bull driving around in 11th. Tim and Ike is in Torosso in 10th. Then we got the two Orange A drivers, Raikkonen and Flaming. Hey up.
It's Flaming that's doing that.
Of course he will, he's a donkey. Blazer is 7th. Alco, who needs to beat Full Send and hope he has a dodgy race, in 6th in the Honda powered Red Bull. We have Scotsman, aka the Flying Scotsman, in the Racing Point. In 5th we have the Hatch driver of RSF1 Junior in 4th, McCracken in 3rd, the Alpha. The other Haas 2nd, Quaker Oats, and championship leader, of course, Full Send on pole position. What a stupid formation that was.
That was ridiculous. Right. So Alco, reminder, if Full Send wins, there's nothing he can do, but if Full Send doesn't win, he has to be within a place of Full Send to keep the championship going for himself. McCracken needs to beat Tegosaurus and buy a couple of places for him. Raikkonen and Primus, they have to win. They have to win regardless of what Full Send does. But we're ready for this 18 drivers. Overcome Morpham at the back, just lining up. It's a very short run down to the first corner. See what they can do. 3, 4, 5 lights.
Go, 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 go!
Lights out of the way they go. The Quaker has got a better. Yeah, Quaker got a better run. Up on the inside there's a Red Bull. Up on the inside there's there's Orphan, Rebster, and Timothy can come together. And Quaker is sideways. Quaker is sideways. Full Send is out. What happened there with Full Send?
Junior's got a penalty. No. Junior's dropped down. Look at Primus in 6th.
What happened there?
Oh my god! I think there's contact between Junior and Full Send. But here comes a Red Bull on the back of Renault, on the back straight. He squeezed him! Frontline speed!
Oh goodness.
Here comes the McLaren! Oh my god! The McLaren came out of nowhere! Now the Williams is on the back, who's got damage. Here comes Raikkonen on the back of Primus down the inside. Here comes the Williams.
Williams as well, Primus.
Oh! Oh god!
Right.
So it was 9. Oh my god!
Right, let's breathe. Let's breathe for a second.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
just dissect. Let's just dissect what happened on that first lap. Full Send, the championship leader who was on pole position, is out. All I caught from that was Quaker going sideways and losing it.
I think he lost it. Yeah, he lost it, which I think Junior had to move and Full Send.
Junior tried to avoid.
Yeah,
Junior tried to avoid, and Full Send just couldn't react in time.
yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, Tom's in the pits. Eagle's up 8, Flaming's up 5. Tomo's up 6, Button's up 7. Bloody hell.
This is championship changing completely.
Wow. Right.
It's
Battle for 8th.
I don't know what to. I really don't know what to say.
Wow,
to be
that's
honest.
spice things up, hasn't it?
Just
Right.
so that's
Alonso. He's on the charge.
yeah, up to 9th place. Good stuff. Prime's up to 7th. My timings are all over the place, by the way.
My brain's
You don't
all
know
over
what's
the
going
place.
on. Well, it says on mine currently that Alonso is a minute 42 behind Quaker. I
Go
know that's
to-
not the case.
If you press Y and get rid of everything, and then switch the details around, and it does it. Oh, Blaster Guns is out. Oh no. Alco is on the charge. He's up at the backside of Flaming It. McLaren's had a great setup. McCracken shoots it off into the distance.
Yeah, definitely hasn't sorted this out.
It's fine, it'll sort out in a minute. Oh, Quaker's on the back of Primus. He's in a hard tyre sandwich here, Quaker is.
Alco's on the back of Flaming as well.
The man who
Third place.
started second
So
is under pressure.
Yeah, Blazer Guns is out. Unfortunately. Still not sorting itself out. There we go.
Quaker's
There
on
we
the
go,
inside of
got
Primus,
across
it's 2-1.
Oh,
Oh, the ghosted! Hey, up the
Yeah.
to be. They're inside. Oh!
bit of lag.
Black Flaming!
Who's that? Oh god.
Oh my god, contact! No, Eagle!
Oh, what's going on?
No!
Eagle.
I mean, oh, yeah. Oh my god. I was saying about the McLaren's having a good start. Not anymore. Who else has gone off there? What? Look at the whole 6 and 7. Bloody hell. The Renault's are battling off track. Alonso
Yes,
is on the
Eagle
back
went
of
off.
Primus. Oh
Eagle
my.
went off separately and
Junior,
basically
the
backed into Flaming.
son and father battle here on track. Junior past Rebster. Rebster sticking his nose in. Oh. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, the Renault's
It's that, it's that fast left and right.
Here comes Eagle on the back of Timmer. Timmer goes defensive as the AI crowd go wild. Oh, he's got no front wing.
Eagle's got no front wing, I was going to say.
What the hell is going on?
Right. Let's relax a little bit. And let's
Jesus.
see this. So McCracken's leading. He's got 3.5 seconds to Scotsman. Alco is looking very, very racy right now. He's catching Scotsman. Might set the fastest out. No, he doesn't. Breikenen's into 4th. Quaker is somehow 5th, even though he was completely sideways, causing that whole thing with Junior and Full Send. Primus in 6th on the hard tyres, doing very well, with Alonso keeping him under pressure.
Oh.
As Alco's got past Scotsman
Oh.
there. That fast left and right, Ben, really causing people trouble, and Scotsman's got damage. He's got front right wing damage.
Oh, second as well. No. Rebster and Junior. Junior's round.
Junior's spun it.
Oh no.
Fast left and right. It's, you know what it is? It's because it's overcast.
Yeah.
It might be. The tyres are struggling to get into temperature.
Bitch. What the? Look at the
Eco's
speed
round.
of button. Flaming's ahead of Tom. Tom's. Right, Quaker on the back of Breiken. Let's just,
I can't keep up.
Oh, he's gone deep. He's just completely cut. What is going on? Seriously, like, what is this race? Chaotic. Could we have it like, everyone stay where they are now for a bit? Let us have a break.
Welcome to F4.
Flaming!
You can't. Flaming.
Just as I say that, more carnage happens.
Why did he do that on the straight?
I don't know. You probably back mark or something.
Look. How did he do that on the straight?
I didn't look at the stream in time. I'll tell you what, 6th and 7th for Alonso and Primus. Rebster's up to 9th. I swear, Button, yeah. So 6th to 9th all started outside the top 10. Very low down. Now look where they are. I mean, look at McCracken's lead. Jesus.
Right, let's breathe Oh, Quake!
Will you stop saying breathe because something bad happens? Zip it. That word. That's banned. No.
It's like,
Relax.
you know what
not
I'm getting
breathe.
with this? You know what I'm getting with this? Because I'm trying to figure out why.
Right,
Look
this
how
is
cloudy it is. Look at the dark clouds above
Yeah.
us. Every single lap, I see someone losing it that fast left and right, turn 2 and 3. Here comes Raikkonen with the straight line speed. Scotsman,
speed!
he's into third.
Oh, he outbrakes himself. Here comes Quaker Oakster. Is he going to go to exit? No. You could say, this is a bad pun, it's doomed full send. Get it?
Yeah. Right, so in terms of the championship now, what the guys need to do, Primus and Raikkonen still need to win this race. Raikkonen is up to third now, getting on with it. Primus is still in position on those hard tyres.
Oh, quick
As Quaker is just, yeah, Scotsman struggling with that damage now.
Oh, it's gone wide!
For McCracken and Alco, this is exactly what they needed. McCracken leading this race. That too, he was 32 points behind, win this race, and he's right back in it. Same with Alco, even if he gets second, he was 23 points behind. So this is all going to close up. We've still got a long way to go, only lap 6. As you can see, it's very tricky conditions around here. Car control is going to be absolute at its prime here.
Primus is in his prime element. I've just noticed Alonso at the end of lap 2 was on 0% ERS. Look how much he's on now.
Must have say quite a lot. Dropped off a little bit from Primus. He was within a second of him.
Here comes Quaker Oaks. Doesn't have enough frontline speed though.
You know what this also does? Constructors.
Ah, yes, Red Bull.
So as it currently stands, McCracken will be 25, 18 for Primus, and no, 18 for Alco, sorry, and Primus
that's
with
one
8.
ahead.
Yeah,
One ahead of McCracken. There's a two Toro Rossos having a bit of a scrap here. Oh, well.
so actually with McCracken winning this race currently, if he stays there, it would minimise the damage, obviously, with full sense retirement.
Yeah,
Still has the opportunity. Gonna flash it to 1 and 2 again. I think it's Eagle. Eagle's had another off at turn 2 and 3. Alonso!
Oh
No! Where's he done that?
Go on, Timonik. Timonik, he literally just didn't brake. What the hell?
Oh!
Oh, did he lose it on the curb when he put his foot down? No,
Yeah.
Tomo, you're on the hards. Oh
That's
man.
me.
Meanwhile, Quaker
When
is
does
on
he
the
get
back of
a lap?
Raikkonen. He's come to it. Oh, he's on the curbs. Oh my god. He's all over the place then. Jeez, what is it?
Buttons out.
Tyre? No!
Turn 2. What is that car doing? Up in the air. It's on board. It's
Oh my god.
top of a tyre. It's turn 2 and 3.
Here comes
It's a
Quaker.
minefield. We're
Yeah,
down
Tomo's just put something I can't repeat on stream unless there's young children watching. FFS.
Oh. Yeah, it's
Flaming
to do with
restart. You not really because not 4 or 5.
No.
You crashed out at the right at the start.
No, this is just... Well, maybe he was talking about the incident at the start, but that was only 2, wasn't it?
There was only 2 out at the time, and it has to be on the rules. It says
Yeah.
at least 4. Oh, Tim and
Unfortunate. Tim has
Rebster.
got by
No, he
Tim and
hasn't.
Rebster battling
What,
here.
moved by Rebster? He may be the oldest
Wait,
in the
where's
league,
he got-
but he's still got the skills.
Raikkonen has got past Raikkonen for
Yeah.
third.
I think Raikkonen will be relatively
third.
happy at the moment, even though he's in 4th.
It's under 13. It's only lap 8.
Bloody hell.
This ain't Monaco. We're not at Monaco yet, that's next week. Alco! No! No! Alco's out! Oh my goodness!
Where's he not? He's doing the same bloody
Turn
place.
2 again! What is this corner?
What the hell is going on? This F4 division is good. On board with Webster. It's like he's just stopped off for a coffee. Webster!
Turn 2.
Oh,
No, Rebs.
what is going on?
It's the conditions, isn't it?
Here comes Primus
It's-
on the back of Scotsman. Front line speed! Look at the speed! He goes down the inside!
No, not yet, not yet.
Move. Oh, bit of a tap. Oh no, don't do a Hulkenberg. I'm hiding like a cow! Literally,
don't.
every lap has had something going on.
And every lap seems to be turn 2 and 3.
Yeah, Unity says
It's
big
a
chance for
horrible-
Primus there.
It's a
Right.
horrible corner.
Without saying the B word to calm us down, because obviously that's cursing everyone. What is the championship now as it stands? Like, what's the scenario as it stands now? Do it quickly before something else happens.
Yeah, that retirement for Alco, to put it in perspective, he needs a minor miracle in Monaco now. He needs a minor miracle because he was 23 points behind. He'll be 23 points with 26 available going into Monaco. To put that in perspective, he will be absolutely gutted with that. Right, McCracken. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. I can't say it. Hypothetically. Okay, if McCracken wins this, he will reduce the gap to 7 points behind his teammate Fulsend. Raikkonen and Primus still aren't really doing enough. Or they're not doing enough. Because they were... Raikkonen was 45, that 15 would put 30 points, that won't be enough. And Primus was 4 points ahead of Raikkonen. It'll be 41, put it down to 29. Yeah, both Raikkonen and Primus are just about not doing enough. Get ahead of Quaker, however, it could be alright, but it seems to be stabilising with these top 4 at the moment. Constructors, Jesus, it's just turned again. It's turned again in the constructors.
Yeah. Hypothetically, don't forget.
Hypothetically, however you say that word. Hypothetically, as McCracken pits, if McCracken wins and Primus is 4th, it's Alpha's title. All they need to outscore is by 13.
Yeah, interesting.
But I hate it. I can't say it because...
Yeah, you have to say hypothetically, then it doesn't count.
Yeah, hypothetically. So McCracken, Quaker, and Raikkonen all go onto a set of mediums. Yeah, they do. Which means Primus, after qualifying, where was he?
11th.
Yeah, takes the lead on the hard tyres. But McCracken's not that far behind though.
He has to do another pit stop, don't forget. So if Primus can stay about 4 or 5 seconds behind McCracken when he eventually passes him, as he's on the fresher tyres, he'll be on them softs or mediums, the fresher tyres, depending which way you look at it and what compound, and he'll be attacking McCracken at the end.
And the person I feel for the most in all this. I mean, obviously,
Alonso.
Full Send, obviously Alco, yeah, Alonso. Junior.
Yeah,
The one
Junior.
time he gets qualifying right, the race goes horrible. He's down in 10th at the moment. Still can pick up solid points, but needs a safety car or something dramatic, really, to win this race. Right,
let's
so McCracken.
relax.
McCracken wants to win this race. Catching right back up to Primus. You can just see those fresh tyres. Even though those hard tyres are within their lifespan, it's only done 9 laps, you can just see the difference.
The hards do come into play though around 14-15 laps. Even with the tyre wear, they still find traction somewhere. Although I'd say that Primus I need to shut up.
You do. Right, so here comes McCracken up on the inside.
Oh right, don't.
And that
Yeah,
is...
just, okay, turn 2. Don't hit that curve.
Jesus Christ. It's like, what it makes me think of? It makes me think of Eau Rouge in the wet. That's how deadly
Without
that is.
the rain.
Yeah.
Because like the cloud coverage is ridiculous. If you look on broadcast in any of these cars, I can't see the slightest patches of blue. Surely there's
And that's
gotta
not
be
because
rain.
that's not because it's dark. It's because it's overcast, isn't it? Look at it. Horrible.
Oh, Junior's on the back of Mr. Tom.
Oh, Tom rumbling over those curbs. First few corners. It's just... It's like, what was it, the first 7 laps we've had either someone sideways or someone in the wall.
Or reversing onto someone, or spinning, or doing the rodeo
Yeah.
on the curbs. There we go, this is your chance for front line speed. Junior's on the back.
Front
Tom.
line speed! There's a bit
That's
of a weed
pathetic.
and another one. I can't do it too loud. As Junior goes right round the outside of Tom, blocks him
That's
off on
my
the
corner.
exit as well. That was brilliant.
The slippery
Not going to
Williams.
retaliate.
Of course
Tom's got damage.
Oh, he goes for the switcheroo! He hasn't got DRS activated, he's got a problem with it. Don't go!
There we go, Junior's alright.
Oh no,
ting,
no,
tang.
I'll take to 3. Who's gone off?
Can't see anything. No one's... No.
Eh?
Fine.
Game, don't do us like
Fine.
that. Timmer's in.
Yeah, well, the amazing thing after all that, although let's not be that surprised. No safety car.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, that's Kermas. Pathetic, useless
Right,
crap.
Timmer onto hard tyres.
No
Had front
surprise
wing
there.
damage, but hard tyres to the end.
Playing it safe.
Rebs to pass him into the 10th place.
Just a quick question.
Himself.
What's the gap between Rebster and Tomo in the standings?
It's like 30 odd points, I think.
Okay.
I think Rebster was on 33 and Thomas on 67.
Now that would piss him off if something else happens and Rebster comes through and gets some really good points.
He's on the move at the moment. The Flying Scotsman is on the back of Timmonite for 5th. Don't think he's close enough for the end of here. How dark it is going into there. And that's not just because it's turning
Look
dark.
at that! On the right going through there, Jesus.
Jesus. I mean, it is getting dark, but
The clouds look darker and darker, like the patches though.
you sure it's not going to rain, Primus? You sure?
Well, Tomo said it
Never mind.
originally, you can't trust him, he's from Kent, so...
Scotsman all
all
over the
over
back.
him.
Oh, Timmonite's in. Oh. Battle gone.
Have you noticed the gap at the front? It was 2 seconds, now 5.
Yes. It's because McCracken's getting on with it with those fresh tyres, isn't he?
He's got to get another at least 15, 16 seconds before Primus pits to then get the advantage to attack him.
I tell you what as well, Orphan in 6th at the moment.
No, hypothetically, all finished in 6th. Don't do this. Don't do
Say
this.
that
The
word.
one guy I want to get any sort of point or points. Just leave him to do his race. We won't talk about him until right at the end.
I tell you what is happening at the moment, there's a huge gap from like the top 4 to the rest. 17 seconds ahead of Scotsman to Raikkonen. So Scotsman is just coming up to the end, of the middle sector before the triple chicane. Where's Raikkonen? Raikkonen's...
She scared the life out of Primus. He almost lost it.
Raikkonen's like 5 corners ahead. That's how far ahead he is.
Yeah. Let's look at the penalty situation. It's quite a... Let's have a quick sneak peek. Cracking. No warnings.
Primus really struggled with those hard tyres.
No warnings.
Junior's passed
Waker
Orphan.
Oats has got 2 penalties with a warning. Raikkonen. Okay. Oh my god.
Waker, be patient. You got the grip. You don't need to dive bomb now. Just wait.
Top 2 and 4 have got no warnings. Waker's got 2 penalties and a warning. He's going to go for the switch group. No, he isn't. This is right. This is your best chance now to get it onto him. Honda power versus Ferrari power onto the back straight.
It's not got good speed compared to Primus. Primus got very low aero in that Red Bull. Trying to go running outside though.
Oh, he's having
Primus sticking it in. Yeah,
get the DRS though. Honda power.
I don't think he has the grip.
He might go for it, you know. He goes for it! Down the inside!
Jesus! Now that's full sending it. It's me. Hey. I applaud the effort though. I do applaud the effort.
For it. Why not? Does that give him a warning? Let's have a look. No. What? First,
no, because he broke.
Got no warnings. Yeah, but he went off.
No, but the thing is with this game, if you brake, like, pull on the brakes and cut a corner, it's like, it's fine, just made a mistake. As if you cut a corner when you're accelerating.
My God, I got a 3-second penalty doing the same thing. So this game doesn't like Williams drivers.
Excuse me. Right, Rebster is on the back of Tom Eco, meantime.
Come on, Rebster.
Rebster on the medium tyres.
Incoming flying cook.
Raikkonen's going to be on the back of Primus soon as well. Primus is really struggling those hard tyres. He can't find any.
Oh, bad Rebs! Patience. Captain Hook, you got this. Tom's got penalty.
He goes straight over.
Tom's going to lose. Ooh.
That corner.
Started to go.
It's insane.
Raikkonen's on the back of Primus.
Oh, Rebster.
He's got the front line speed!
Around the outside, back into third place.
Primus doesn't do what he did with the previous lap.
He's really struggling on pace though, Primus, compared to these front runners here.
Rebster's got a good exit, you know. Look at this. Go on, Rebster. Use the front line speed force. Round the outside, he's got no ERS, but he doesn't care. Go on.
Go for it.
Stick it in, Stump. Go on. What a move. Thank you for coming and good night. I'm off. Up to 7th. Go and hunt your son down.
Primus is in, medium tyres to the end.
Ooh.
Going for that one stop.
Couple of laps early in, I think, but obviously hated those tyres. Don't crash. Just behind Scotsman.
He's come up behind Scotsman, who's going to the end.
Oh, Jesus, that camera angle didn't do me any favours.
Scotsman's going to the end, but Primus is on fresher tyres and a better compound, so should be able to get the job done here.
Does he wait until the next straight, because then you've got the sequence of corners after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way up.
Bit of lag going on there.
Yeah. Luckily no contact.
Yeah. Easy done.
Right, so he's got to So the top 3 are going to pit again for the softs in about 7 laps, 6 laps. Yeah, about 5-6 laps, I'd say, maybe 7 laps if they want to get the fresh attack compound at the end.
Yeah.
Primus needs to be within 10-11 seconds.
No, because even if he closes the gap now, so when say Raikkonen or Quaker pit, they'll be behind. They'll be on soft tyres. Soft tyres at the end of the race are deadly. They're so quick. So Primus needs something to happen in front, as does Raikkonen in a way. Raikkonen's still not doing enough to keep his title hopes alive, but both of them, realistically, they knew going into this it was a long shot, even with full send retiring on the first lap. You never know. Still on lap 17, and unfortunately it's going to quieten down a little bit. Tom Eco's now in the pits. On hard tyres, interestingly. Where's he going to go on to? Softs, probably?
Probably mediums. Softs. Oh.
Uh-oh. Rebster! No!
Oh, no.
Turn 2 again. Rebster!
Oh.
Reflexes.
He was that quick, he went to Monaco. Jesus.
I should have been on board with Tim and I can now.
I must
have been
go
so
to the
close.
hospital after this.
Orpha, meantime, is into 10th, but you've got Tom Eco now on those soft tyres. Soft tyres, 10 laps. Well, he's through past Orphan anyway.
Technically 11 laps. You have to do lap 20.
Yeah, it would be 11.
So that's,
Rebster.
so overcome Orphan could get a point or 2 here.
No, you've done it.
Hypothetically, there you go, save myself.
That's the commentator's curse, yeah.
Prime was
Rebster is such
17.1.
good.
2 laps ago was 19.9.
Yeah, but
So, a couple of seconds each lap. It could be there. You never know what could happen at the end of the race. We could have a safety car. No, don't be stupid.
now you've done it. You know you've definitely done it. Although let's be honest, we've had 6 retirements. One of which, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 4 of them were in the middle of the track. When in real life, that would definitely be a safety car.
Oh, there would have been 4 by now.
Yeah. Rebster's in the pits. Olfan's into 10th. He's in the
Hypothetically.
point. Oh.
You idiot! See what you did? Bloody fool.
That's racist. He's only got a penalty. It's fine.
It's because you didn't say hypothetically. I had to jump in and say it, and look what you did.
It's only got a penalty. It's not
No.
fine.
Your bad curse. Just focus on something else. 15.9. It was bloody 17.
He is
About
catching
half a
him.
lap ago.
He's doing well.
The flying Primus in his prime element here.
Jeez. The next person I feel fearful for dropping it at turn 2 or 3 is Quaker. Every time I go on board of him through that, he's already lost it once this race. That back end is swinging all over the place. Where's the battle potentially? 2 Timmers. Timmer and Timmernick potentially.
And you got that the right way around
on.
this week.
Yeah, Timmernick's on soft tyres. He won't be able to get to the end of those softs though, I would have thought. 5 laps already.
No, which means he might have to pit and overcome Orphan hypothetically
into
9th or 8th. Hypothetically.
Yeah. Fastest lap, Tom Eco. Hypothetically,
Easton,
the fastest
Brundle,
lap.
you are an idiot. Yeah, he is. After doing what he just did
Yeah.
to Wolfen. How dare you? 14.3? He's a man on a mission.
Yes.
Let me just check the top 4 penalty situation. Raikkonen has no ones. Quaker, oh Christ. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. Still 2 penalties. Wake up, Michael, go race.
Alright.
No warnings from McCracken. Primus has 1 warning. Okay, so 2 warnings now. But there you go, penalty.
Ah.
Silly boy. That wasn't my fault. I was just stating what happened.
By the way, just point out one thing here. If McCracken drops it at any point, hypothetically, then Full Send is champion.
I'm so glad you said hypothetically in time before actually.
Yeah, just putting out that scenario, just in case.
In.
Putting out that scenario just in case.
So
Because
if
I'm not
McCracken-
saying he's gonna jump. I actually hope he doesn't.
If McCracken wins, hypothetically, what's the gap cut down
Yeah.
to?
7 points,
Hypothetically, of course.
of course. Yeah. Oh, love that sound. Love that sound of the Tunnel Junior coming out on Frest. Soft tyres, going for the fastest lap, and just having some fun, I think.
Is it me, or if you look up, you can... No. Oh!
Brabster!
For a minute, I thought it was Raikkonen because he was near there.
He's waiting, this is good. Waiting. I'll get disqualified for being parked in this dangerous place.
I mean,
He does
can
have to
do
move.
it now. Can do it now. That's it. You're in gear now. There you go.
Bracken's in the pits.
So it's quite good.
Soft tyres. Soft tyres to the end safely.
Raikkonen
the
comes
same.
in. Webster's retired.
Webster's out.
He lost his front. Yeah, he's just binned it. Couldn't turn the car.
Yeah.
Right. McCracken is coming out
Safety
now.
car,
Prime's coming around the final
anyone?
corner. Imagine this was...
Safety car.
No, didn't see it. So, Quaker Oats could be building behind
Primus
Primus
in third.
here. No, make that second.
No.
Maybe.
No.
No, net
No.
second. Net second. Penalties. So as it stands, hypothetically, McCracken gets first, Primus second, Raikkonen third. Because if you remember
Oh, because
rightly,
Quaker has pens. Oh.
Quaker has hypothetically 2 penalties and hypothetically 1 warning. Primus
Say.
hypothetically has a penalty, Raikkonen has no warnings, McCracken has no warnings. Hypothetically, of course. I have to say this because of what the race is happening.
It's battle time. Battle time.
Oh, hello.
Timmer.
Hello.
Timmer on hards. Timmer
Oh.
Knight and Junior.
Oh no, this is...
Oh!
Junior!
Oh!
Oh, I think he had to get out of the way. This is going to be interesting.
Central.
Primus is on the back
Attack
of Quaker,
Central,
but we'll get
boys.
to that shortly as the 3. The Haines, Renault, the Toro Rosso.
Timmer. Moving
How
across.
does-
Look at Junior. Double slipstream. Get on Timmer.
Double
Get on Timmer Knight.
speed.
Double overtake. Double overtake. Oh.
Oh,
No.
oh wait,
He
he's
can do
gone
it.
deep.
He can do it on the second DRS. Second
Take
DRS.
2.
Well, clever.
Go on, put your foot down.
Clever.
There we go. He's like, let you through. He's like, yes, this is mine. Get out of my way.
He's back in the 6th anyway. 26 seconds behind Scotsman.
Can he catch him?
No.
Well, you say this, Michael.
I'm not
in a
even
prac-
saying. No, I'm not saying hypothetically with that. No.
No, you say this in a practice
Not a chance.
with 2 drivers. One was a similar pace, by the way, so no cheating or whatever. One was on the hards, roughly the same laps. One was on fresh-offs around this time. They were around 20 seconds, and then we caught them up because the softs right at the end, 2.5, 3 seconds lap quicker.
Okay, we'll see. We'll just see. Okay,
You never know.
we'll see.
Right, lap 20 already.
Tim and Nike in the pits. Wolfen's dropped it somewhere, so he's happy with 10th, to be fair. Miko, and on the back of Timber as well. 7th Junior. Penalties now. Right, so big story here now. Big story here now, so this is for the constructors, not for the drivers. Raikkonen catches.
Hold on a second, Michael. We have a battle.
I'm on it anyway.
Gotta wait first, though.
Anyways, Tomiko and Timmer, yeah. Second DRS, here we go. Oh, McCracken fastest lap. Oh, that could be interesting.
That would be 6 points gap.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, Timmer gave Tom a little bit of a squeeze, but Tom threw onto the inside intercept. Raikkonen takes it back.
No, that's my
that. Oh, yeah, fastest that could be interesting. Who gets that extra point? Can you check penalties for a second again, please? Because I'm pretty sure Prime's got a couple since she last checked.
How many positions?
Quaker and Primus. Just check Quaker and Primus.
Quaker
Oh, and
has
Raikkonen.
penalty.
Go with that.
Two penalties in the warning. Primus
Okay.
has a penalty. 3 warnings. So that's 2 penalties
Raikkonen.
apparently. Raikkonen has 0 warnings.
Ah. So here's the problem. As it currently stands, Raikkonen will get 3rd, Primus 4th, and with McCracken winning, I presume McCracken has nothing.
He has 1 warning, I think. Let's have a look.
1 warning,
Ow.
okay.
No, 0. What's he out?
Yeah. So as it currently stands, at this point, Alpha, hypothetically, I have to say that stupid word,
Well, you have to.
are constructors champions. It'll be a 13-point gap, sector 3. Stop it.
Eagle.
It's Eagle letting that guys through.
Raikkonen's on the charge.
I mean, Raikkonen is catching Primus anyway. Penalties all without. It's Eagle again, isn't it? Eagle's going really slow. It's alright. Every time I see yellow flag, it's like, no.
Driver of the day, hypothetically to Primus. Hypothetically, yes.
Oh, Eagle
Right.
tyres were down to 10.
Overcome Orphan, just drive.
That's a point.
Drive. Just
That's a song.
calm. Just drive. Oh no, copyright shit.
Here's
no.
the thing, Ben. Here's the thing, Ben, right? We're down to 10. Oh, no. No.
No,
That's
it's
to
not
1.
anyone. It's not anyone. We've gone through every single one.
Why? Oh, it's Eagles. It's Eagles' car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Eagles' car. So, we have 8 retirements at Abu Dhabi. What's this say about Monaco? Monaco's a more tougher track.
If you finish, you get a podium in Monaco.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything because you still get
Actually,
10.
no.
Hypothetically.
Actually, no. We're saying this. There's going to be no retirements in Monaco now. Everyone's going to finish.
Michael, your camera work. Come on, battle for 3rd. I'm watching you back on the stream. You just have a cracking. You're gonna curse him.
Right, let's have a look. Kraken and Primus. See, there's still a battle between these two. Bragging rights. They may be out of the championship, but there's 4 points between them, as it currently stands. And in fact, Primus has got this position anyway. Well, he just wants to take it away. Go ahead, Ben. You know you want it.
I'm done yet. Raikkonen using the overtake one. With the front line speed! Down the inside.
And the full send.
Oh! Contact. Oh, he squeezes it out. Round two, ding ding ding. Here we go. He squeezes him out wide.
Oh,
Gets the slipstream. Here we go. Bonds the
that was
power.
a bit rough.
Taking no prisoners.
Making a bit forceful.
I guess he likes to do it rough.
Now that definitely was a move, a slight sort of
A statement.
message to Primus to say, this is my third. I'm on this podium, this ain't yours. Primus, Jesus Christ.
I've just noticed something. Quaker Oats is getting 3 or 4 attempts a lap here on McCracken. Is McCracken starting to die off here with his tyres? Can't really tell.
They're both on the same.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. That he could be pushing harder. He's set up. His fuel.
Always cruising, knowing that Quaker has penalties.
I mean, he's 3.6 now. Plus 4, 3.5. Yeah.
He's cruising. He's cruising. Doesn't need to do anything more. He's in a perfect position.
I guess
This would only be what? Driver of the day.
Hypothetically, the driver of the day.
Oh, for goodness sake! Stop saying that word.
We have to.
Not
Look
there
what
anymore.
you did. You ruined 3 people's races, not using it.
Alright. Right, so there's several good races here. Quaker's gone back to second after being sideways at turn 2. Then you've got Junior's a good recovery to 6th after being at the back. Orphan's got the most positions gained.
What's happened? Oh, Tom's spun it.
Amico.
I'm very
dreaded-
tempted to give it to
Dreaded turn
Primus.
2.
I'm tempted to give it to Primus based on positions and the fact that he's stuck to a 1-stop from where he started and how it panned out as he almost loses it again. Please don't do that to me, Primus. God. Yeah, I'm very tempted to give it to
You
him.
said hypothetical.
Hypothetically, if he
Yeah.
finishes 4th or 3rd, who knows?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Quaker, no!
For God's
Oh my-
sake!
Why?
I said hypothetically.
Oh. He's lost it several times.
Maybe that's
in
a
that
bad
corner.
word as
It's
well.
gone again.
Breathe and hypothetically are bad words.
Right. So what's that do now? That is huge. Because that's huge now because of Quaker's retirement, the constructors is not going to get wrapped up.
Oh.
Hypothetically.
No, don't say, no,
because Primus,
no, abandon,
Primus still hypothetically needs to be
abandon
third.
words. Don't use that. You can't use breathe or hypothetical. Just
Right,
say
all
in
McCracken
reason.
needs to do. All McCracken needs to do is finish third, and that will keep the constructors' fight going into Monaco.
Right, all he needs to do when he
Quite
starts the
gross,
last
though,
lap
Jesus
is not push
Christ.
turn 2 and turn
Why?
3.
Why?
That could be an indication that.
I mean, he'd already spun it. He'd already spun it, or gone sideways on the first lap. Lost it enough couple of times that I've watched him.
Primus is
Orphan's going to get 8th, hypothetically.
no in reason. Well, another
In
word for
reason.
hypothetical. Right, McCracken.
Equals best result.
Yeah, he's not even just yeah. Right, last stop, Michael.
Jesus Christ. This again, the last 4 races have just summed up this championship. Summed up F4. You never can tell. It just, Fulsen was on pole. He was out on the first lap. Similar to France, actually.
Yeah.
Then you had Alco, who was obviously seen Fulsen out. He was on for like a solid podium, would have put him right into the championship hunt. Instead, he drops it at turn 2. And then you had the Alfa Romeos on course for winning the Constructors. But because of Quaker's very late retirement, means this is going to go on to the next race. But with only a few corners to go.
No.
McCracken.
No, don't.
Alright, I won't say
Wait
yeah.
till
I won't say yeah.
the
It's got
car
like
is
4 corners.
straight on the finish line. Wait till it's straight.
It's got 4 corners.
People are saying,
Takes
well done
under
to the win. No. Stop cursing. Stop it.
Takes it under the hotel for the final time. He's got 2 more corners to go. Surely got dropped now.
Oh, I swear to God, if he crashes, I give up with
We
the commentating.
did. There we go. He's got it. His second win of the season. The fireworks go off. Shoves himself back into the championship hype. Yay. I messed it up. Raikkonen's going to come home second for McLaren. Primus Gaming is going to come through third after a different qualifying. Yeah, definitely. Driver of the day, and keeps the Constructors' battle going to Monaco. It's still Alphas to lose in Monaco, but at least the fight continues till their Scotsman comes home in 4th
overcome.
place. There's a battle going on.
Hello.
For 8, Orphan holding on.
Oh no,
Holding
don't
on
crash.
to Tom.
I mean, they get the points even if they crash, so they might as well go for it.
Oh. Come on, Orphan.
Orphan's
No.
not yet. He doesn't want to risk it, but Tom has got a lot of penalties. Let's have a look.
Okay, still might get it. Junior came home in 5th. Meantime, Timmer's going to come home in 6th.
Oh, Orphan's got Wayne.
Timmer Nike is going to cross the line 7th. Is he going to go ahead of Timmer, maybe? See. No, he doesn't. So he comes home in 7th. Tom Eco, after passing Orphan on the last lap, are you going to keep that 4 points? Or is it going to reverse?
No, Tom's got it. Orphan's got more. Overcome Orphan gets points!
Yeah, he got 9.
I'm very
2
tempted
points.
to do joint driver of the day. Can you do it? Yeah, screw it.
Yeah.
Primus and overcome Orphan. There you go. Driver of the day.
I'd tell you what that also does. Did a Mercedes finish? I don't think they did.
No.
Only had one Mercedes, and that was Button.
Yeah.
So, breaking news: Toro Rosso have now overtaken Mercedes in the battle for last place with those points. Jesus Christ! Why? Why do you people do this to me? That's the second time in 2 weeks I've had to put my head in my hands just thinking, what?
I'm surprised I've got a voice still.
This is more unpredictable than the 2012
Real life.
championship or the 2010
Yeah.
in real life. It's insane.
Screenshot. I will
The
take.
end of that race. The end of that race with huge implications on the championship. McCracken wins it. Raikkonen second. Primus third. Both doing brilliant drives to recover on their qualifying. Scotsman 4th in the Racing Point. Junior 5th in the Haas. When will his lot turn round? Timmer 6th in the Renault. Timmer Nike 7th. Tom Eco in 8th. Overcome Orphan picks up points. The legend that is Mr. Orphan gets 2 points. And that's all that finished. Quaker Oates retired late on. I think he would get the point
Yeah, he
because
will,
it was so late.
He was
Yeah.
25, I think, or 26.
Yeah, but the retirements: Eagle, Robster, Alco Saints, Button, Alonso, Flaming, Blazer Guns, and our championship leader still, though, but massively cut, full send on the first lap.
Right. Enjoy the interviews, Michael. Short and sweet this time. We don't want half an hour.
How can I make that short and sweet?
One question, go.
Oh. I'll do it. Right, have you all included your audio?
Yep.
Yes, I have.
No, Raikkonen has
doesn't-
gone.
He doesn't like you, Michael, that's why.
No one does.
Get him back in. Get him back in.
He's here!
Yeah.
Go.
Sweet. Tick in the box, Raikkonen. Right. Where do I start with that race? Where do I start? That's 2 weeks in a row. But let's start with Primus. Third place for you in the Red Bull. We said don't give up on that from that 11th place.
Yes.
In qualifying, that unfortunate qualifying that you had. You picked your way through. Obviously, very tricky conditions out there. It seemed turn 2 was a minefield. But you came home with another podium for yourself. Keeps the title hope alive, at least for the constructors. Unfortunately, the drivers is gone, but the constructors is still very much there. Especially with Quakero's retirement on the penultimate lap. What was your feeling going through when you saw him retire, which meant you got that podium?
No disrespect to Quaker, but like, you know, when I saw his car retired, I was just like, oh yeah, podium! And like, I felt bad for him because he drove really, really well. Like, after the start and the pit stop, Quaker managed to battle quite hard with me and managed to get ahead and get, you know, we had a really, really good battle. I do feel for him for DNF, you know, for DNF thing. He still scored 2 points, but like, it was only scored 1, sorry. But like, in a way, I was kind of shooting to get a podium, hopefully. Like, it's in my grasp, but then when Quaker retired, it just, you know, after Raikkonen got past me, I just felt, you know what, I'm not even going to bother to fight back against Raikkonen now that Quaker's gone. I'm just like, just let Raikkonen bugger off. I'm just going to keep third. Just like, because I knew my mediums were not going to catch him, even though their softs were shot to hell. But 11th to third, and it's been a while since I've been on a podium. And you know, I know we got Monaco coming up, but yeah, like, you know, I drove long and hard this season. You know, gone through hardships really the whole season. The championship battle, losing Dad, and you know, even though the championship battle's gone, it feels good to be on the podium again.
Well, congratulations on your third place, Primus.
Joint driver of the day.
And joint driver of the day, yes.
Who got joint with me?
Joint with Orphan. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, in there.
Not all at once.
Congratulations.
Joking.
Congratulations on your third, Primus, and good luck for Monaco, the last race.
Thanks.
Right, on to second place, Mr. Raikkonen. Second place for yourself, ended up beating Primus over the line, and then in that race with a decent overtake a bit. What's the word? Robust?
Line speed.
Maybe? Yeah.
You mean
You
get
get-
the hell out of my way? I know what I'm doing.
Just leave me alone, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, potentially, yeah, but no,
I was on
similar circumstances.
I was on a mission.
Go on. Yeah, similar circumstances to yourself. Obviously, with that result, despite Fulsen's retirement, you are out of the Drivers' Championship. But with that now puts you in a very close battle, actually, for third place with yourself, Alco, and even Primus. There with that result, I believe actually you go ahead, Primus, by a point. So there's something there for that little rivalry. And I know you two have had a little.
Got fastest lap, just didn't get a race win.
Oh, so you'll be on equal points.
Oh.
I know, be 2 points ahead. 2 points ahead.
God, your maths is atrocious.
Oh, jeez.
I was gonna say he's ahead. mate.
It's been all over the place today.
To
been way out of
when
form.
you watch the stream back, you'll understand my frustration with Michael. He's all over the place.
I really am. Obviously we saw a lot of people mean, what was it, like 6 retirements until I turned 2 or 3 Raikkonen? Was it
Well,
really that difficult through that corner? Because it seemed to be.
it was, but I don't know what happened was. Just all these people, I saw the commotion happen, and it's just like, right, let's go bouncy bounce and go off the corner instead.
You're on the rodeo.
Yeah, exactly. I think someone put some kangaroo juice in for fuel, and yeah, so basically it was like, okay. And then obviously Primus saw his chart, says, oh, hang on, I'm right beside Reagan, I'm just going to push him out of the way a minute and make him back off. Which is fine, okay, so I just stuck into it and whatnot, stuck to my strategy. I knew kind of like when I saw Primus starting on the hards, he was going to probably do an aggressive one stop. So I knew like by the time I'd be on softs, his mediums would be pretty well worn in. Not the best price, best that they should be.
They
And,
weren't
like,
that worn when I finished.
But watching from the stream last night, I noticed the first 3 laps, the softs, you were about 1.52 seconds quicker than the rest of the field. So I just went for it, and obviously when I called you up, I just had the speed and the grip to just do you in every corner and bye. That's why I was just like, move out of my way.
Yeah. Anyway, congratulations on your 2nd place. A very good recovery drive from your qualifying mishaps there
Yeah,
in
quality wasn't
Q3.
good.
Yeah. But like Primus, good luck in your battle in Monte Carlo next week.
Yay.
Hey. And finally, last but not least, McCracken, your 2nd win this
Yeah,
season
second,
after
yeah.
Mexico. No, not after Mexico. What am I talking about?
I can't remember. It was Russia, hold on.
Yes, Russia. Second race win this season cannot have come at a more perfect time. You must have had a grandstand view of your teammate unfortunately retiring on the very first lap. Obviously Raikkonen saw what the commotion going on, but quickly go over your point of view of what happened in that turn 2 on the first lap.
It's quite funny, in my head, literally just before we came to the corner, I went, I'm not really sure how these tires are going to feel around here. Obviously you get the formation up to warm them up, but I was like, I'm just going to go a bit easy, just to make sure. The last thing I wanted to do was to spin. I was like, I'm just going to take it easy. If I lose a place, I lose a place. And just when I was thinking that, I see 2 cars pretty much spinning. So I was like, oh, I made the right decision here. It was interesting there. That I just wanted to get on with my race, to be honest. I wasn't thinking about it too much. I just wanted to make sure I kept kind of pushing and try to get a gap. Best I could anyway.
But obviously with that retirement of your teammate, you knew, you must have thought at the back of your mind, hang on, I've now got a situation here where if I win, I could really get myself back into the championship. And you do, and you did end up winning. And you thrust yourself back into the championship fight very much on, because I believe the gap is now 7 points going into Monaco.
Actually, the title's not decided then.
3 went
No.
out.
Freeway. It's my maths have failed me, and they failed me several times today. Obviously Tidge, or False End, stays on 215. McCracken goes to 208, 7 points behind. Alco Saints stays on 192, so he's 23 behind going into Monaco. Those are the 3 now remaining.
He's going to have to hope for a miracle pretty much.
It's Monaco.
It's
It's
Monaco.
Monaco.
Of course, it'd be that track that would be rerun.
It's
And
not
if
a
I
great
remember,
track.
if I remember rightly, Alco was very strong around Monaco when you partly did that
He actually
run.
qualified for pole for the start when the race got cancelled and moved to the end. So he did seem pretty strong back then. I remember because I remember got a really bad qualifying and then just race cancelled. I was like, oh, okay. Alco did say, by the way, after what happened about his crash, the back end, he just said the back end just went as he went around that corner. And when he crashed, he was angry. Like, he was so excited as well because, you know, it means the battle lines up and stayed alive to Monaco, but then I just found out I went from a 2-man battle to 3 now because of Kraken's win. By the way, well done McCracken winning, even though that you're feeling really sick.
Oh, I feel 10 times better now.
It's funny what a win does, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's funny what a win does.
The race, it helps. The race, so I might just get it off.
In terms of constructors, I don't know whether you knew this or not, but because Quake Roast retired on lap 27, lap 26 you would have been champions Alpha, but unfortunately lap 28 you were not because of Quaker's retirement. Still in your hands.
The last race, nothing better.
Yeah, it's yours to lose now. You and Full Sim for the constructors. Problem is, you're both fighting for the championship. Things could get a little bit.
There's going to be no courtesy now between the two teammates because you're both fighting. This is the Hamilton and Rosberg situation we're looking at now.
Nah, easy
So,
one.
very,
I don't think we're too much. As long as it's entertaining, that's the main thing for me. At least one of the divisions is kept it down to the last race, so this should be interesting. It's for entertainment. I do it for fun, so if I win, I win. If I don't, I'm not too bothered.
Well, congratulations on your second win of the season, and good luck in your fight going into Monaco.
I need to give a huge shout out to Bonner for engineering and Jake Moore because he literally taught me through tyre strategy and what to do and set up. So
yeah, can I give a shout out as well to RSF1 for staffing because it was his setup that he unburrowed.
Oh yes,
actually, I used my own setup and changed my. There was a couple of tweaks they told me to do.
You're welcome, Martin. I did say you get a podium.
I just
You expected a podium.
I didn't have anything to help. Well, other than Alco engineering for me after crashing, but other than that,
I did technically say I would when we interviewed you at the end of beginning of Q3, Primus. I did say I will speak to you again.
Yeah,
we are.
I said
normally a commentator's curse, but yeah, you expected one and you got one.
Oh, we've already done enough.
Primus.
Normally it's a commentator's curse, but you gave me a blessing.
You've seen
No, we've already done enough commentator's curse.
At least 5, 6 curses tonight.
We ended up saying the word hypothetically most of the time. So anyway, but I need to wrap this up. So this has been the Yas Marina Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for F4. Jesus Christ! Still got one more race. And it's
We love
it's that one. It's Monaco. Why not? Why on earth not? The last race of the RSF1 season, the last race of F4 is Monaco, and of course we still have a title fight. It's brilliant. I don't know who's going to be joining me in the comms box for that week. We'll see on that. But whoever is in for a treat, I reckon. In for an absolute roller coaster of drama. Who knows? We could get a first-time winner. We could get anything. Could be all decided on the last lap on the last corner. Why not? But yeah. Verstappen, any more words for that? You've had two races now in F4, which you've commentated on. You had no idea.
Don't do this to me ever again, F4 drivers. You killed me off.
Yeah.
You killed me off.
But yeah, that's been the race. Obviously, we have one more race to go in Abu Dhabi, and that is the F3 Championship. They will finish off their championship tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so make sure you join us for that. And yeah, and we do have the podcast this Saturday, where some very important information, I believe, will be announced at that podcast. Keep an eye out on the announcements for that, if there is. Might have changed. Yeah, might have changed from what I was told, but hey ho. And then week after, we have 2 reruns to do. We have the French Grand Prix of the F1 division to redo. as they had their little race halted. And then obviously we have Monaco to redo in F4, as we all know, for the finale of the final race. So make sure you join us for all of that in the RSF1, and thank you once again for your support this week watching. My name is RSF from Bundle. That's been the F4 race, and until next time, take care, and yeah, good night.